everyone, and welcome to the preview show delivered by FedEx. I'm Marty Snider from NBC Sports. This is Chris Rice from College Racing, also right here at NASCAR.com. Hey, man.
I'm glad to be back. That's all I can say.
Oh,
I'm glad to be back.
We missed you last week, by the way. I forgot about that, but we did miss you last week. Hey, Joey Logano winds up big win for them at Talladega. Are you shocked that a team of that level took them over a year to get back to victory lane?
Well, you know, they were close many times, but I am shocked because Brad Keselowski has been great. We've watched Ryan Blaney be awesome. He hasn't won yet, but we've seen that team be great lately, and they couldn't win. They just couldn't get over the hump. But to go on and win at Talladega, I believe this is one of many this year for Penske and that 22 car.
We predicted all those Fords would be up front. They were at the end of the race.
Wow.
Are you surprised, though, because Chase Elliott was, that more Fords didn't make a move on Joey Logano in the last few laps of the race?
Well, after being in Saturday's race, I watched it play out, and you really couldn't make that move like we thought you could. The slingshot didn't work out like it had in the past, so I don't think they could line up and get organized enough to make the move on Joey Logano. He had a really fast car, which in turn shot him out in front of everyone, and nobody could make that move like we thought they were going to be able to going down the back straightaway. He done a wonderful job of backing up to those guys so they couldn't make that move.
All right, we see the highlights right behind you. The Monster Mile this weekend at Dover. You know, it's a concrete racetrack, so we always talk about, Chris, racetracks changing and how they evolve over the years. But because Dover is concrete, does it always stay the same?
No, absolutely not. And I'll tell you how you can just see that it doesn't stay the same. We'll run a bunch of laps. The racetrack will turn black. The rubber will lay down. The caution will come out. We will pick all the rubber up. The racetrack will be totally different when we take off after a caution and go into the next green flag stint. So I'm telling you, the racetrack changes throughout the day, which is very hard to predict. In the Cup cars, you know, they have that track bar adjusted, and they will wear that thing out this weekend at Dover.
All right, Jimmie Johnson, always a threat at Dover. You always got to mention that. He won at Dover last year for his 9th win at that racetrack, and he won from the back. So let's talk about that a little bit. Even though he's in the midst of the longest winless streak of his career, is he always the guy to beat at Dover no matter what?
No, I don't think so. And I know everybody's going, wow, but I think about Martin Truex Jr. every time we go to Dover. You know, he won his first race there when he was in the Xfinity Series. I'm telling you, I think about him, but Jimmie Johnson is always a contender. It's something about Jimmie Johnson when he goes to Dover. He knows how to get his car where he needs to get it to be able to run well throughout the race. But is he a contender each and every week? I don't think each and every time that they go there. I don't think so because of where their race cars are.
So he may not necessarily be the guy to beat, but you can always kind of count on him and Kyle Busch sort of running up front there. So why are drivers able to repeat success at Dover for long periods of time, for years?
That's a good question because that racetrack has its own characteristics. You can watch the cars drive off in turn one. They go across a hill, and it's just like riding a roller coaster. You lose your stomach, but they know how to manipulate that corner or do what they need to do to keep that car turning throughout the corner, throughout an entire fuel run. So I'm telling you, you have to know how to drive that racetrack. If you don't know how to drive that racetrack, you're in trouble all day. Your race car is either loose or it's pushing. You know, you got a lot that goes on at Dover, and if you know how to drive that racetrack, like Jimmie Johnson or Martin Truex Jr., it makes for an easier day.
All right, time for our NASCAR Fantasy Live picks. Who are you going to go with?
Well, I'm going with Martin Truex Jr., everyone. I love Martin Truex Jr. there. I feel like he's going to, I mean, they've ran well all year. They even ran well at the Speedway, which is uncharacteristic of those guys. So I like Martin Truex Jr. at Dover this weekend.
They've had little things that have kept them from victory lane since that win early in the season, though. But I wonder if they're going to get past that this weekend. I'm going to go with Chase Elliott this weekend. He has been so good at Dover in the past. I think he's doing the right things to be able to win races. They had a rough Talladega race, but yet he was still able to finish in the top 5, so I'm going to go with Chase Elliott this week.
They have found some speed somewhere, so I feel like that could create a win for Chase Elliott.
All right, make sure you check out NASCAR.com this weekend. Live leaderboards, in-car audio, all your news updates before and after the Dover race. It's a AAA 400 Drive for Autism, 2 p.m. Eastern on FS1 this Sunday. Make sure you check it out.